What if everything you have been told about eating a healthy breakfast, snacking every few hours, and never skipping a meal is actually making you sicker? This video is going to be something that not a lot of people talk about, and you won't hear from your medical professional. When you're constantly eating, your body is in a permanent state of digestion mode. And digestion takes energy. That's energy that could be healing your body, clearing your mind, and burning your fat. Fasting is not some extreme practice reserved for people going into deep spiritual solitude. It's your body's natural reset button. And you don't need to go weeks without food to experience the amazing benefits of fasting. I'm about to show you what happens when you give your body a break from digesting and even how a 16-hour fast can transform your health. Let's clear something up right away. Fasting is not starvation. Your body was literally designed to go for long periods without food. When you eat, your body converts the food you have eaten into glucose for energy. But here's what most people don't know. Your body stores glucose in three different places. First, in your muscles as glycogen, ready to be used when you need energy. Second, in your liver as backup fuel. And third, in your fat cells as long-term storage. This means you already have the fuel that you need to survive stored in your body. You're not going to collapse if you miss a meal or two or even three. For most of human history, we didn't have 3 meals a day plus snacks. Our ancestors went long periods without meals. Your body knows exactly what to do when food is not coming in. It switches to burning stored fuel. Now, here's something that completely changed my perspective. Digestion takes about 10% of the calories that you consume. So if you eat 1,500 calories in a day, that is 150 calories that your body uses just to break it down and absorb the nutrients. When you're not digesting food, you can use that extra energy for healing your body and for activating your brain. It actually goes to areas of your body that have been neglected because digestion takes priority. Your body's going to always digest the food you have just eaten first. But your body does the same thing when you fast. It goes to the areas of greatest needs and starts repairing what it's been putting off. And you don't need to fast for days to see the results. Even 12 to 16 hours triggers profound changes. Let me walk you through exactly what happens when you fast. At about the 12 to 16-hour mark, you have a metabolic switch. After about 12 hours going without food, your body runs out of easy glucose and it starts switching to fat burning. Your liver converts fats to ketones, and ketones are super fuel for your brain. These are just guidelines. We are not clones, so everybody is going to be different depending on your insulin response. This is just a guideline. But this is why people report such mental clarity when they fast, because your brain actually runs better on ketones than it does on glucose. At about the 16 to 24-hour mark, inflammation drops. And chronic inflammation is at the root of many diseases and stress on our body. Things like joint pain, autoimmune issues, digestive problems. And when you fast, inflammation drops dramatically because you're giving your immune system a break from constantly immediately reacting to food. I've heard from many people, and I've experienced this myself, where my joint pain has gone away or diminished almost to nothing after just a few days of fasting. These are issues that I have had my whole life that have almost completely cleared up by doing the simple, inexpensive task of fasting. These are issues that I thought I would have forever, and they are being healed almost miraculously. At hour 24 to 48, autophagy begins. This is where it gets really interesting. Again, these are just guidelines. Everybody is going to have different results and different markers, but try it out for yourself and see how you feel. Autophagy actually means self-eating. Your body starts recycling old damaged cells. It breaks down damaged proteins, aging cells, and misfolded proteins that can lead to disease. even parasites and pathogens. Then it rebuilds these components into new healthy cells. This is literally cellular regeneration. It's spring cleaning at the cellular level. Deep exercise also does this, but I find fasting is much more effective. And here's what the diet industry does not want you to know, and you won't hear from your medical professionals. Weight loss isn't just about calories, it's about insulin. Every time you eat, especially carbs and sugar without enough protein, your insulin will spike. And insulin is a storage hormone. It tells your body to store fat. High insulin equals locked fat stores. It's almost impossible to burn fat when your insulin is too high. And when you fast, your insulin levels drop rapidly. Your fat stores unlock, and your body finally has permission to utilize that energy in an effective way. This is why someone can eat 1,500 calories spread throughout the day and have a hard time losing weight when someone will eat 1,500 calories in one meal and that's all they have for the day, and they find it easy to lose weight. It's not the calories, it's the insulin response and the fasting that facilitates it. But fasting is not just physical. There are many other benefits to fasting. And if you look at it as just a diet or a starvation for your body, you're missing a huge part of the point. It's deeply mental and spiritual. Remember, we talked about that energy that you normally spend on digestion. When that goes to your brain instead, your thinking becomes a lot sharper, your focus improves, and creativity flows. But that's not all. You get a much more deeper sense of spirituality and closeness to God. And if you combine fasting and prayer, the results are astounding. You will have breakthroughs and clarity like never before. And they don't always come during your fast. Sometimes you will see these benefits days, weeks, or even months after your fast. It's truly remarkable. In fact, I know people who have done extended juice fast for 40 days, and they tell me years later, they're still seeing the benefits from that fast in their life. This is why it's in every religious text to include fasting. If you're a Christian, Jesus says when you fast and pray, not if you fast and pray. And when ancient kings faced impossible situations, they called for fast, not just for spiritual reasons, but for mental clarity. All that digestive energy went to clear thinking and seeking wisdom. Let's be honest, most of us are completely controlled by the hold food has over us. When we're bored, we eat. When we're stressed, we eat. When we're celebrating, we eat. When we're sad, we eat. And we plan our day completely around the meals we are going to eat. Fasting breaks that vicious cycle. After a few days of fasting, something deeply shifts inside of you. Food stops becoming an obsession, and you realize the hold that it had on your life. You realize that you are able to feel satisfied without constantly eating, and your relationship with food completely changes. In fact, everything tastes better after fasting, and the things you thought you were going to want aren't appealing to you anymore. You might be dreaming about that Starbucks latte or pork barbecue, but after you've finished your fast, none of that actually sounds good. You are craving high nutrient food. You rediscover joy in simple, nourishing food. If you're a person of faith, you know that the Bible says your body is a temple and the Holy Spirit dwells inside of you. Taking care of that temple isn't optional. You are a steward of your body, and fasting is an act of worship. You're saying, God, you are sustaining me. You sustain me beyond food. You nourish me. My strength comes from you. You are surrendering control, and the power is amazing that you will receive. And when you fast from food, you're also invited to fast from negativity, unforgiveness, anxiety, control, and self-centeredness. It's about surrender, trusting God with both your physical and spiritual nourishment. You don't need to jump right into multi-day fasts. Start where you are. I'm going to give you 4 different levels of fasting, and you can decide which one you're ready for. The first one is the 12-hour fast, and even pregnant women are safe to do this as long as you have a nourishing meal as your last meal before your 12-hour fast. So stop eating after dinner. Let's say you have dinner at 6 p.m. Don't eat again until 6 a.m. That's it. It's very simple. You will even get benefits from not eating for 12 hours. And the great part is you were sleeping for most of it. This alone starts shifting your metabolism, and it's so easy. The second level is intermittent fasting with a 16-8 window, or if you really want to level up, you can do an 18 to 6 window. That means you either eat within an 8-hour window or a 6-hour window. So most people would eat dinner and then skip breakfast and then eat again at 12 p.m. or 2 p.m. And then you eat your second meal at around 8 p.m. So you have dinner a little bit later, but again, it's whatever works for you. Or you can eat breakfast and an early dinner and finish by 6 p.m. This is truly sustainable long term, and many people do this every single day and they feel better than they ever have. Again, remember, we were not meant to eat as much food as we do now. Level 3 is the 24-hour fast. And this one I love and I do often, but I often will stretch it into a 36-hour fast. So you can either do a 24-hour or a 36-hour. The 24-hour is similar to a one meal a day. So you would eat dinner at, say, 5 or 6 p.m., and then you would not eat again until dinner the next day at 5 or 6 p.m. This one is easy to do once a week and you get amazing benefits, or you could do it once every other week. I love to do the 36-hour fast, which is where I will eat my last meal around 7 p.m., let's say on a Wednesday, and then I will not eat all day Thursday, and then my next meal will be 7 a.m. on a Friday. The 36-hour fast gives me amazing benefits. I feel energized when I'm done my fast. It's almost just as easy as the 24-hour fast because, again, you're sleeping most of it and you get that deep autophagy. And I find myself very stimulated after my fast. And it's been an amazing life changer for me. The fourth level is extended multi-day fast. And these are for people who get comfortable with the 24-hour or 36-hour fast. And you can move your way up to 2, 3, 4, or even 5-day fast. And you can do a water fast, or if you want a deeper healing, look into the benefits of a dry fast. But that's something that you really want to study before you decide to go into that. That's a little bit more intense. But with the multi-day fast, that is where deep healing happens. Autophagy increases greatly. Inflammation drops, mental clarity peaks, and you experience amazing breakthroughs and results. And you can try multi-day fasts doing juice fasts or liquid fasts or fruit fasts for longer periods of time. And the juices actually bypass your digestion, so your body still gets quite a bit of healing, but you don't have the same benefits on your insulin response. However, do what you feel comfortable with. There's no set rules in fasting, especially if you're just starting. And I definitely want to tell you, it's something that gets easier the more you do it. The first time I fasted, I was scared, to be honest with you. I was scared to go without food. And it was very difficult for me because I didn't understand how to properly go into a fast. You want to make sure that you have plenty of protein several days in advance before your fast. This way, your glucose response will be much more gentle and you will not have the side effects like headaches or feeling irritable. Things like that will subside a lot more. But not only that, you will get more comfortable the more you do fast. So now that I've done 36-hour fasts many times, it's almost easy for me. But the first time I did it, it felt like such a long time. So if it's hard your first time or you feel very hungry or you don't think you're going to make it, that is totally normal. This is where you really want to reach out to God for support and tell God, you are my strength. You are my nourishment, not food. I get my strength from you, and He will give you strength during your fast. And after 2 to 3 days of fasting, your hunger hormone production stops. So after a few days, you don't even feel hungry anymore. You just want the food for the comfort, for the taste, because we like eating. So just expect these things when you first fast. You might experience mild headaches, especially if you are dependent on caffeine or you love your coffee. You might have fatigue the first couple times you do it, but understand it gets easier. And actually, especially by day 3 and beyond, if you do an extended fast, things get much easier. And mental clarity comes by day 3 or 4. These headaches and things like this are not signs to stop. They are just signs that your body is detoxifying and adjusting. I did also just want to mention that when you're having those symptoms like headaches or fatigue, they could be coming from depleted minerals and not from being hungry. So having a little bit of sea salt or unsweetened electrolytes can help you. Sometimes people want to have a few drops of iron or methylfolate. Those things will help you get through your symptoms a lot more than just having straight water. When you're ready to break your fast, breaking your fast matters just as much as how you started it. And we want to start it with high protein levels several days before the fast. That will help you ease your symptoms. When you're ready to break it, make sure you think about the fact that your body is absorbing this very deeply, more deeply than it has absorbed almost anything else, because it has not had any food for a long time. That's why I love to have gut healthy foods when I break my fast. Things like kefir or sauerkraut are some of my favorite things to break my fast with. But also things like bone broth, steamed vegetables, small, light portions of fruit, and definitely light proteins are really great ways to break your fast. But remember, your digestive system needs to ease back in. Now, fasting is not a quick fix. It is a lifestyle tool that I have in my toolkit as one of my 4 pillars of my strategy for self-healing and weight loss. In my free community, the Divine Body Blueprint, fasting is something that is a major pillar of what I teach. And the goal isn't to fast once and go back to a poor way of eating. The goal is to use fasting as a regular reset, however it fits in your life. You could do a daily intermittent fast of 12-12 or 16-8, do a weekly 24-hour or 36-hour fast, or you could do monthly or every 2 months, a longer extended fast of 2 to 3 days. And then you could even do once or twice a year, much longer fast. There are many different ways to incorporate it in your life. It's truly what works best for you and what makes you feel best. But you combine it with eating real nourishing food when you do eat, and it will deeply change your relationship, not only with food, but with yourself and your creator. This isn't about deprivation. It's about working with your body's natural design. Remember, fasting is one of the oldest ways to heal your body and to sharpen your mind. It's been used for thousands of years across every culture and religion. And Western medicine does not promote it, not just because there's no money in it, but because they probably don't understand it. The food industry will actively fight it because if people eat less often, they make less of a profit. But your body knows what to do. And when you start fasting, you will see the amazing results that you get and you will love them. Your body is designed with this incredible ability to heal itself. And when you give it the space to do so, you will see the results guaranteed. Real transformation happens when you fast. And my 4 pillars of self-healing and nourishment and weight loss are food, fitness, faith, and fasting. Food, eating real nourishing foods every single day. Fitness, moving your bodies in ways that build strength. Faith, connecting with God and trusting his design. And fasting, giving your body the reset it needs to heal. When you align all 4 of these things, everything changes, not just your weight, your mood, your energy, your clarity, your relationship with food and God. Trying to change your health alone is hard, and your doctor may not support you in fasting, and your friends might think you're being extreme. Your family may worry that you're not eating enough. But if you have a community of people who are on the same journey, people who get it, people who experience the same things, who can encourage you to do a fast when you want to quit, you will be able to succeed in ways you never imagined. And that's why I created this free community, the Divine Body Blueprint. It's built on these four pillars of food, fitness, faith, and fasting. And inside, you will find beginner friendly fasting protocols to meet you where you are at. And I am there to fully support you. I also have meal plans and recipes for breaking fast, as well as how to calculate your macros in between the fast, fitness routines that you can do while fasting, and biblical teachings on stewardship and treating the body as a temple, as well as decreeing over your health. It's daily support from real people who walk this path with you, and it's totally free. So if you want to join, click the link below in the description and join the school community. Make sure you introduce yourself so we can support you. Remember, your body is designed to heal itself. You just have to give it the space to be able to do the work. And fasting is that space. God bless you on this journey, and hopefully we'll see you in the community. If you like this video, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe so I can have this message reach more people.